Welcome to Up to the Minute. I'm Dr. Tony Grail Sutherland. I think you remember me, but Todd, of course, is on vacation. He's taking a little time off for Thanksgiving. He's on a boat somewhere. But anyways, but in his place, or in my place, actually, is Benjamin Escobar. Benjamin, welcome to the show.
Well, thank you, Tony, for having me. I'm excited to be here. So you can also find us on the HCC District Facebook page, YouTube, LinkedIn, and on our HCCTV cable channel at noon and 5 p.m. Monday through Friday.
Thank you. You know, Benjamin used to be on a show we had called the HCCTV Student Lounge. And of course, it's been on Up to the Minute also before. And we're just happy to have him back. So, okay, now we're going to see who we're going to have for today. And we have Dr. Fidelis Ngang and Scott Hillman. They're going to talk to us about the apprenticeship program at the digital IT program at HCC. Welcome to the show, Dr. Ngang and Scott Hillman.
Thank you, Tony, for having us today. We're sure excited to be here, talk about our program and what we have to offer here at HCC.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Well, we're going to talk to you about that wonderful program. I know we've talked a little bit about it before, but there's a lot more to delve into. So we will be back to talk to you about that. But first, today is Music Monday, and we have a local country musician and recording artist, Chad Ware, and we're real happy to have you on. Welcome to the show, Chad.
Hey, thanks. Glad to be on. Thanks for having me.
I love country music. I mean, I will have to admit, when I was younger, I was not a country music fan. Okay, but mainly because my daddy used to listen to that old type of country music. I don't know, whatever you call it. But anyways, but I love country music now because I don't know. It's like you've merged with the other genres. I don't know, but it's great. And I just, it's wonderful to talk to you. Now, how long have you been a musician, country music? How long have you been in the business?
I've been playing professionally for 20 years. And I've been playing, grew up playing music all my life, since I was little. And I started playing guitar, I think when I was like around 10 or 11. And then I started when I was about 21 years old or 22, something like that.
And now you're from Houston? You live in Houston?
I grew up in Dickinson, and I live in Texas City, Lamarck area, but I play all over Houston and all over Texas. And I'm in Houston playing, quite a bit. So.
Well, I can hear your accent. It's very much like mine, Southeast Texas. Okay. And now you're a touring artist. What do we exactly mean when we say a touring artist?
Traveling and I've toured with my own band and doing my own thing, and I also tour with a country singer that had a bunch of hits in the 90s. His name's Rick Trevino. So we go out, for a few days, and we don't tour for do the month-long tours, but play just kind of all over the place, from here to New Mexico, Oklahoma. I've been to France to play before. And so
France. See, you don't think of France as having country music.
Oh, yeah, I didn't either. And but they actually have a lot of country music festivals over there. They have rodeos over there. So in 2015, I got invited to go play at the Equa Blues Festival, which is like a rodeo. It's in Saint-Igrive, France, which is like the southeastern part of France, kind of by Switzerland. And it's a pretty big deal. It's probably 2,000 or 3,000 people show up for it. And it was a really fun time, a good experience, and they were flying the Texas flag over there, so it was pretty cool.
Now that is neat. I like to see that. Texas is a nation of its own, right?
Oh, I know, right. Yeah.
Okay. Okay. And I understand you also played at the Grand Ole Opry.
I did. Back in 2005, I was a guitar player for Janie Freaky, and she was an artist. I mean, she still sings and performs, but she had a lot of hits in the late 70s and early 80s, and which was when I was a kid. But anyway, so I got hooked up with them in 2005, and we played. We played the Grand Ole Opry, and we did that, and then we did like 2 shows with Willie Nelson the same weekend, which is. It's kind of hard to top that, you know what I mean? Like, that was pretty cool, you know?
Yeah, he's one of my favorite artists. See, I think he's the one that got me going into the country western a little bit. Oh. He's that in-between type of thing.
Right, definitely.
Well, you have a lot of personal accomplishments, even as a solo artist. Tell us a little bit about some of that.
I have 2 albums out. The last one I did was I think came out in 2015, and I'm working on some new material. And I'm actually not going to put out albums anymore. I'm just going to put out singles, but I'll do it like probably 2 to 3 times a year. So I have 3 songs done. One right now that I'm going to perform later on is called The Long Way, and I just finished a video on that, and it should be out right after the first of the year. And so
can't wait to hear it. Let me ask you a few other things. Now, I know that you've had at least 2 albums. Tell me something in Down the Road. Down the Road I'm on, right?
Oh, yes, ma'am.
And do you have your own recording studio, or how does that work?
No, I have some friends. I have a few friends that have studios, and so the Down the Road I'm on, I recorded at Stormy Cooper Media, and I do a lot of. They hire me to do a lot of sessions. So I play guitar also on other artist albums, and so I took my band in there, and we went in and made that album, and I still love it. I mean, I think that album probably represents me, like my style, more than anything I've ever done. And this project now, I have another buddy that has a studio. It's called Studio 64. It's in Iowa Colony, Texas, which is near Manville, if you know where Manville is, down 286. And so I've been recording with him, Mikey Ferrara, and so we got 3 songs, and I did use my band on some of the tracks, and then some of it's just me and him, so.
Well, I'm excited to hear your music. So you said you're going to play a song for us, right?
Yep. Let me get a drink of water first.
Okay. Then you got to wet the whistle, as they say.
Yes.
Okay.
All right. So this is kind of one of those songs that lean between the rock and the country thing, and but you might not be able to tell because I'm doing an acoustic. But anyways, do I have time to tell you a little bit about it? So
sure.
I wrote the song in like 10 minutes, and during the COVID thing, I wasn't doing a lot of work. So my dad has some rental properties, and so I was going to help him work on one of these houses. And so there's like 3 different ways I can go to get there from here, because I live close to 45, Highway 3 and 146. So I was on the phone with a friend of mine, and I was like, yeah, I'm taking a long way to get there to help him today. And I was like, oh, I think that's a song, So I had this song, I had all these lyrics coming in mind. And when I got done working with him that day, I came home and wrote it in like about 10 minutes, and that's it.
Excellent.
So, all right, here we go. It's called A Long Way. I'm never in a hurry to get somewhere. Might take me a while, oh, but I'll get there. You keep calling me, but I won't pick up my phone. Well, I'm enjoying the ride, so just leave me alone. I go the long way, yeah, I'm taking my time. Well, if I get to where I'm going, it done what I need, that'll be just fine. Wanna know where I've been? Well, all I've got to say, I like taking my time. I go the long way. Well, if you get behind me when I'm cruising down the road, we're just going around. I like driving slow. I got my windows rolled down, the wind blowing in my hair, my arms out the door. I like feeling the air. I go the long way. Yeah, I'm taking my time. Well, if I get to where I'm going, you don't what I need, that'll be just fine. You wanna know where I've been? Well, all I've got to say, I like taking my time. I go the long way. I go the long way.
Excellent. Oh my God. Woo! Where's my flashlight? Oh, listen, thank you so much. I wish I could sit here and just talk to you about everything and listen to more music, but we got other people on the show.
Well, hey, I really appreciate y'all having me on. Thanks so much. It was
Thank
fun.
you. I love your music. I love it. This Chat Ware, he's professional country musician and recording artist here in Houston and travels all over the place. Thank you.
All right.
Okay, now we're moving on to Dr. Fidelis Ngang, who is the chair of and computer systems, networking, telecom, AI programs, and also Scott Hillman, who is the program coordinator, networking and cybersecurity with the Digital and Information Technology COE. That is definitely a mouthful. Bringing all that down to maybe just a couple of words. Welcome to the show, both of you guys.
Thank you very much for having us.
Well, okay. Now we just recently had Juliet Manning on, and she said that she's an apprenticeship navigator with the COE. So we learned a little bit about it, but she talked to us about the Texas Workforce Commission and how you guys have got a big grant. Tell us a little bit about that. Whoever wants to talk, Dr. Ngang?
Yes, I can talk a bit about that. Our program, our DIT program, happens to be one of the few that actually works with the Department of Labor apprenticeship program. And in terms of this Texas TWC grant, we're looking forward to how it would help in terms of financing, paying for prospective students coming into our cyber security program, because that is the hardest area of all of DIT at the moment.
Oh, wow. So cybersecurity, why do you think it's so important right now?
Cybersecurity is important for many reasons, and our program at HCC stands out. As a matter of fact, it has its own standalone presence on the HCC website. And I really want to take a moment, given this opportunity, to thank Scott, because we were put on the map for cybersecurity because of Mr. Hillman. The reason our cybersecurity program has such attraction and is so significant is that we are a CAE2Y designated program from the National Security Agency as NSA. And it was Scott and a team of DIT professors that put in a lot of time led mostly by Scott, who is still our point of contact for with the NSA and the U.S. government. And because of that designation, we are one of the few community colleges in Texas and in the nation, quite honestly, with that NSA designation, and it's bringing a lot of attention to us. 4-year universities, I don't want to name any, but 4-year research schools, they reach out to us all the time, trying to get us to join them on grants, NSF grants, to meet workforce requirements. And so we are the cybersecurity program in Texas and probably in the nation.
Oh, that is so wonderful. Well, Scott, tell us a little bit about this. You have Cyber Core Scholarship for Service. What in the world is that? And tell us about all this stuff that you're doing.
Sure. I'm super excited too, but first thing I'd like to take the time to shout out to Dickinson, Texas. My roots are from Dickinson as well. My grandfather was born, and his brothers grew up in Dickinson, and my family's still there. And we have a seafood market down on Dickinson Bayou on Hillman Drive. Anyway, shout out to Dickinson. Cybersecurity. Houston Community College, as Fidelis mentioned, was designated as a center of academic excellence. That's what CA stands for cybersecurity for 2-year programs. I think they're one of 5 now in the state of Texas and fewer than 200 across the country. As such, CAEs are able to apply for grants in partnership and form partnerships with 4-year and research institutions. So we wrote and acquired a grant. We partnered with Texas A&M and were awarded $4.5 million. And we're a subcontractee on that grant. As such, we were awarded the grant about 4 years ago. So what we're able to do is offer scholarships to our students as they transfer to Texas A&M University into one of their cyber programs or engineering programs, computer science programs, where they get a 2-year full scholarship. And they also get paid $24,000 a year. And they work as interns for the NSA or other cyber agencies with the federal government. And as they complete their scholarship and graduate, they pay that scholarship back by going to work for the federal government, NSA, Homeland Security, or another agency.
Wow,
it's super exciting, and we have a student that's already in the program now that received the grant that's at Texas A&M, and hopefully in the future we'll be able to bring him on and interview him and talk about that opportunity. But we select 1 to 3 students a year, and I can provide the portal information. You can go to Texas A&M and just Google cybersecurity, SFS. Scholarship for Service is the name of the grant. And it's a National Science Foundation grant. So any other questions you have, I'll be happy to answer them regarding that. Thanks for giving us the opportunity today.
Well, it's wonderful. And now you were saying that they received this grant, and then now do they have to work a certain amount of time with the government or something like that to like help pay it back? Not pay it back, but to make it worth their while?
Yes, that's so. If a student, any student at Houston Community College that's in computer science or cybersecurity can apply for the scholarship, you have to apply to enter Texas A&M. The portal is going to open this month. It's open for 2 months. You apply at Texas A&M Cyber Center, And the selection committee makes their determination in late February, and the student then would transfer and complete their 4-year degree, that being their junior and senior year at Texas A&M on a full ride, also getting paid along the way. And then when they graduate successfully and complete their scholarship, they have to go to work for a federal government agency to pay that back for the same length of time that they received the scholarship.
Oh.
Yes. And so these are highly secure positions. The students have to go through a process of being background checked and approved for work. So you have to be a U.S. citizen is one of the requirements. And of course, you've got to be able to complete a background check and not have anything that would exclude you from work in a cyber position.
Well, it makes sense because cybersecurity, you need to make sure that the background checks and all that work. Dr. Ngang, tell us a little bit about, you said that you've got people from all over the place asking you questions about this. And how big is your program?
Oh, it is huge. On average, I receive anywhere from 5 to 8 inquiries per week, maybe up to 10 from prospective students looking to come into the industry, the cybersecurity industry. I get phone calls, I get emails, mouth-to-mouth references, hearing from another student. So our cybersecurity program at Houston Community College is huge. It's really the gem of the entire digital information technology, COE, as we speak.
Well, we really appreciate both of you guys being on the show. This is a great program. It's a feather in HCC's cap. Thank you so much for all the work that you do. So this is Dr. Fidelis Ngang, Chair, Computer Systems, Networking, Telecom, AI Programs, and Scott Hillman, Program Coordinator for Networking and Cybersecurity of the Digital and IT Center of Excellence for HCC. Thank you so much for being on the show.
Thanks for having us.
Thanks for having us.
Okay, now we get to go back to Benji. Benji, we have some different things that we need to tell everybody about. One of them they call Music to Our Ears. What is that all about?
Yeah, so Music to Our Ears, as they do it every semester, music major students will perform their with their fellow music students in a solo recital. This will take place on Tuesday, November 23rd at 7:30 p.m. It's going to be at the Performing Arts Center, Theater 2. So keep in mind it's free, but seating is limited and registration is required. So for more info, you can contact Eugene Lee. Her email is yoojin.lee@hccs.edu, and also we'll have the email in our post, so you can take a look at that.
Yeah, that'll be easier probably. Now, if you want free groceries from HCC Counseling, throughout November, the community health market trailers of the Houston Food Bank will be at multiple places at HCC campuses. All HCC community members can sign up to receive free groceries. Just pick the campus, the date, the time that you want to come by and pick up the food. Now, you do have to register ahead of time. And so if you're having trouble, Thanksgiving is a time to be thankful and also to eat a lot. So just go to hcc.cares@hccs.edu. And there's something else you can give at this time. What is that? Give and receive.
Not only can we give food, but we can also give blood. Not only that, you'll give, but you also get pizza at the Vast Academy Blood Drive. So you can join our local Gulf Coast Regional Blood Center. to do your part to save lives. And with that, like I said, you can get a pizza coupon and some Blood Center swag, some of those t-shirts or anything like that. That's going to be on Thursday, December 2nd from 2 to 5 p.m. Registration is required as well. And we'll have the link in our post. So take a look at that.
Now, you've heard of Battle of the Bands. Now we have Beat Battle. HCC's Music Entertainment Student Association is hosting the second annual Fall Producer Showcase Beat Battle. So that is going to be Friday, December 3rd at 7 p.m. Just go to hcc.mesa.central@gmail.com and register for that. And that should be a whole lot of fun for a lot of people. And also Thanksgiving, as we've been talking about it, just reminder everybody, we'll be here Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday, but Thursday and Friday, Thursday, Thanksgiving, and Friday, we won't be here. We'll be on vacation, feeding our faces with lots of turkey and all that kind of stuff. So just remember that. And spring registration is here too, right, Benjamin?
Yes, most definitely. Students, listen up. Student registration is going on now. So plan for your future. Start signing up for classes. They're getting filled up really quickly. People are coming back from the pandemic. We're going back to school. Already those classes are in person. So don't worry about that. But there's different classes that you can take. You can do online anytime. So that means no usual time. You just do it whenever you can, which works with people who have a really stressed out schedule throughout their day. There's also online on a schedule, which you meet at a set time. You also meet online, and you can do that. Hybrid is one of my favorites, I would say. You do some of it online and you do some of it face to face, which if you don't want to head to school all the time, you can do that. And there's also in person, traditional, head to the college, get to see everybody face to face while we're taking our precautions to, say 6 feet apart. We're doing everything we can. We have a lot of hand sanitizers all over the campus, and also hybrid lab, which is like science classes that you take. I know they have like labs. Those are laboratory and studio courses that you can take as well. So we encourage all students to contact instructors and stuff like that, and email for those programs. So you can head for registration, you can head to hccs.edu/now. So take a look at that.
Yes, and go now to register. Now is the key word. Okay, and speaking of now, well, actually, we have Tasty Tuesday tomorrow, and we'll have a special treat for you then. And then on Wednesday, we'll have the Small Business Wednesday. So just come back Tuesday and Wednesday and see what we've got. But like I said, we'll all enjoy the rest of the week off, Thursday and Friday, because of the holidays. So there won't be any Family Fun Day or Film Friday this week, but there'll be lots of food to eat, I do believe. Thank you, Benjamin, for being on the show with me. It's lots of fun. Thank you guys for watching up to the minute, and we'll see you next time.